With Tottenham players returning for pre-season training, the business is far from over. First of all, Tottenham are set to sign Shakhtar Donetsk and Israeli footballer Manor Solomon. Harry Winks has completed a move to Championship side Leicester City. Is Ivan Perisic set to leave Tottenham this summer? Is Japhet Tanganga's time at Tottenham coming to an end? Tottenham are interested in Fulham defender Tosin Adebayo. Edmund Tapsoba is now Tottenham's main target. And what is the latest news on Harry Kane? Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we're back again. It's another transfer video. And yeah, there's actually quite a lot to talk about today, so yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay then, so the first player we are going to speak about, Manor Solomon. And this is quite unexpected. I don't think anyone was expecting this. And according to Fabrizio Romano, Tottenham have reached a verbal agreement with Manor Solomon. Here we go. Deal in place as medical tests have been scheduled for next week, which is this week pretty much. Solomon has agreed personal terms. He's joining Tottenham as a free agent if all goes to plan with Shakhtar and the FIFA rules. And I generally was not expecting this at all, to be honest. I just was not expecting it. And I think we're signing Solomon because Son, I think in January of 2024, of course that's halfway through the season, I think the Asian Cup is happening, and I think Son is probably going to get selected for South Korea. So I think we need a backup, even though we could put Richarlison, maybe Richarlison, Gill, Kulusevski. But you know, it looks like we are going to buy someone to replace for him, and yeah, it looks like that replacement is going to be Manor Solomon. I'll try to find the actual tweet that Fabrizio Romano tweeted, but on this, I was a bit surprised when I saw it. I was like, oh, wasn't really expecting that. I'm just trying to find. There it is. Yeah, it's basically what it said. Oh yeah, I basically said that. But yeah. Anyway, Tottenham fans, put down in the comments what's your thoughts on Manor Solomon. Okay then, so the next player we're going to speak about is Harry Winks, and the deal is done. It is done, and Harry Winks has signed for Leicester City permanently. He has officially left Tottenham Hotspur, and he has signed for Leicester for £10 million. And yeah, you know, good. I just want to say good luck to Harry Winks at Leicester, and I hope everything goes well. But I think it probably was the right decision for him to leave. I think he was nowhere gonna get any game time, and especially in the Premier League as well. So I think Championship is probably the right league for him. But yeah, so yeah, the deal is done. Leicester have got their man, and yeah, so it's done. Harry Winks has signed for Leicester. Okay, so let's now speak about Ivan Perisic, and according to Ben Jacobs, there has been initial contact with Ivan Perisic's camp from Fenerbahce, Al Ittihad, and Al Hilal, but no direct with Tottenham as of yet. And so yeah, and I actually remember reading like a few months ago that Perisic wanted to leave. He wasn't happy, and you know, and of course, like I said, their three clubs have contacted Perisic. Fenerbahce, who of course play in the Turkish league, of course two Saudi Arabian clubs in Al Ittihad, that's the club that signs Karim Benzema from Real Madrid and N'Golo Kante from Chelsea, and Al Hilal, who signed Kalidou Koulibaly from Chelsea. And so yeah, three clubs have contacted Perisic. Of course, I'm not surprised that two Saudi clubs have contacted him. I think he is quite old, Perisic. Wait, that's good. Wait. How old is Ivan Perisic? 34. So he is 34. So again, that's not really surprising that two clubs from Saudi have got in contact with him, as you know he is 34 and he's probably going to be retiring soon. But yeah, if he's not happy, then the decision is up to him and his agent and his camp, I guess. But I would like him to stay. He's a good player. So yeah, Tottenham fans, is Perisic going to stay? Put down in the comments. Alright then, so now let's talk about another defender who could be leaving this summer, and that is Japhet Tanganga, as apparently Luton Town are alongside Italian side Atalanta to have shown interest in Japhet Tanganga. Now Tanganga made his debut against Liverpool a few years ago. I remember his debut. We played Liverpool at home. I think we lost, but Tanganga had a fantastic performance. He actually was playing quite regularly, but he isn't really getting regular minutes now. He wasn't sent on loan last season, and I don't think, Luton Town and Atalanta don't think trying to get him on the loan deal. I think they are trying to get him permanently. Of course, Luton Town did get promoted to the Premier League last season, as of course they did beat Coventry in the Championship playoff final to secure promotion. And the Tanganga could be a good signing for them. Of course, Luton have never been in the Premier League. Of course, the Premier League was created back in 1992. And of course, Luton, last time they were in the Prem, it was in 1992, but it was called the First Division back then. So of course, it was like a few months before the Premier League was officially created. But of course, Atalanta have shown a bit of interest as well. Atalanta, I think they are playing in Europe next season. I think Atalanta will be playing in the Europa League next season. Of course, we haven't got any European football next season. So does Shaf want some European football? He is quite young, to be fair, Tanganga. So does he want to stay, or does he want to make the switch to up the road in Luton, or to Italy, Bergamo, to sign for Atalanta? But yeah, Tottenham fans, let me know. Do you want Tanganga to stay? Alright then, so the next player we are going to speak about is Fulham defender Tosin Adebayo, as according to Alistair Gold of Football London, Tosin Adebayo remains high on the Tottenham list of potential central defenders moves this summer after some extensive scouting last season. Now, Tosin Adebayo, of course, he does play for Fulham. He actually has his own YouTube channel as well, so go subscribe to Tosin's YouTube channel. Anyway, go subscribe to him. But yeah, I'm getting off topic now. But Adebayo, no thanks. He's not our standard. He barely plays for Fulham, and they're a mid-table team, I'd say. I really do not want this to happen. I think he's an all right player, I guess, but it doesn't really get much minutes in the tank for Fulham, and this transfer just wouldn't work in my opinion. So I don't want this to happen. Alright then, so we're going to talk about him again. Edmund Tapsoba. What is going on with him? And Alistair Gold has reported Tottenham hold a strong interest in Edmund Tapsoba as their main central defensive target, as well as Mickey Van de Ven, whatever. Now, I don't really know much about Tapsoba now. All I know that he plays for Bayer Leverkusen, and of course he does represent the Burkina Faso national team. Other than that, I don't really know much about him. I saw a few clips of him on YouTube, and he actually he scored a good goal in one of the games. Let's take a look at some of his stats actually, as I don't really know much about the bloke. So let's put Edmund Tapsoba. Now, Edmund Tapsoba, this is his stats last season. He played 2,872 minutes for Bayer Leverkusen. He got 2,872 minutes per goal. He scored 1 goal last season. He created 5 chances. He got 1,878 accurate passes, which isn't too bad. 16 out of 89% successful dribbles. 30 out of 59% tackles won. 5 block shots, 100 clearances, 51 headed clearances, and 36 interceptions. So he's quite good in the air, as he's got 51 headed clearances, which isn't actually that bad. 36 interceptions proves that he's quite good with his feet as well, and he knows where the attacker is going to move. Well, in total, he got a rating of 7.08 according to FOTMob. Of course, his last game was in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers on the 18th of June. He played for Burkina Faso as they lost 3-1 to Cape Verde. Tapsoba did play, got a rating of 5.7 in that game, but his last game for Bayer Leverkusen was the 27th of May, the last day of the Bundesliga season, where Bayer Leverkusen lost 3-0 to Bochum, and I think they actually stayed up. Tapsoba got a rating of 6.6 in that game. So looking at stats, he actually looks quite a good defender, I would say. Of course, he scored 1 goal last season. I can't remember who it was against, but of course it is actually on the intro, his goal. I can't remember. Although it was, I think it might have been Ferenc Kavros in the Europa League. I'm not sure, but yeah. He looks a decent defender, but yeah, and we'll have to see. Tottenham fans, is Tapsoba the right man for us? Alright then, and finally, what is the latest news on Harry Kane? Now, of course, I did send the last video that Bayern Munich have tried to sign him. I've personal terms where I agree, but Tottenham didn't agree with Bayern's, And Fabrizio Romano said this: the aim of the club is to connect Postecoglou and Kane as to how they can continue the project together. Kane is not joining Bayern Munich. However, he has not stated that he wants to leave Tottenham. So yeah, it looks like the Postecoglou and Kane signed a little bit of a project together, and it looks like, Fabrizio has said that he isn't joining Bayern Munich, but he hasn't said that he wants to leave Tottenham this summer. So it looks like Harry Kane will be staying at Spurs for another season. He will not be signing for Bayern Munich this summer, but of course his contract does run out in 12 months' time. So will Bayern Munich be back next summer? Or you never know, will Bayern be back in January? Will they do what Real Madrid tried to do? I think sign Mbappe but for the summer. So maybe could Bayern Munich do that, but it is so difficult to sign Harry Kane. Daniel Levy does not want to sell the bloke, and Daniel Levy just doesn't want to sell the bloke, and it's going to be difficult for Bayern now. They've got to think of another strategy to try bring him to the club. But yeah, Fabrizio said there, Kane will not be joining Bayern this summer, and it looks like he will be staying. So yeah, that's good news. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.